All right, welcome back to the stream, everybody. It is Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, time for another round of Valheim. So I did a little bit of work between streams, about 2 hours worth today, just before this stream started. Basically getting our farm up to speed, cleaning up the home base, making a few changes, not progressing the game, but just kind of cleaning up stuff. A lot of housekeeping that most people don't want to see on stream. So that's what we're going to get into. I'll show you the changes. Our goal today, we need to find the swamps. We're kind of at a bottleneck until we achieve that. And I'm thinking, if time permits, we may consider putting up a wolf trap and trying to catch some wolves towards the end of the stream. I try to catch them in the last 10-15 minutes of stream. And that way, if we do catch any, we can just tame them off stream. It's just 30 minutes of sitting still and trying not to aggro anything. So let's get into it and see how we do today. All right, welcome back, Stumps. Good to see you. I believe we are playing as Gary Sinise. That's right. So let's get into it. Jump into that world. You may have noticed some YouTube worlds. I'm working on a new video to show how to make a wolf trap and use it, which is pretty much the same wolf trap we'll use to trap some wolves this stream. So it might be today, it might be Thursday this week. I haven't really decided. I just kind of play these things by ear. So let's jump into it, see where we end up. See where we end up. I did get a brief raid by the swamp people. We killed the elder, so that unlocked the swamp raids. I did craft some extra food, same food we've been using. So we're going to go ahead and fill up on those, allow our health to regen a bit. You'll notice I've kind of cleaned up the cabin. So we used to have chests like this just all over the place. I built these 2 storage walls real quick. I probably should have done this from the start. Honestly, this is one of the default buildings that comes when the world is made, and I really expected to move on before now. We kind of got stuck here longer than I anticipated, and that's fine, but we're going to be looking to move on soon. So at this point, let's take a look around. I've been churning out coal, so that's actively running right now. I do want to grab some more meads and get that going. We had started making healing meads because we got into the swamps, so we got some blood bags, which is what we needed. Let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, the bar opened early today. We got our medium healing mead. That's a new item. And then we can craft some new stuff. Fortunately, because we have blood bags, it opens up frost resistance. So if we are going to tame wolves today, this is the perfect thing to have. So we're going to brew up some frost resistance mead. That'll make wolf taming so much easier. The video I'm working on for YouTube does not use frost resistance. Right? It's designed to be sort of minimalistic, early game wolf taming, where you can really get the most out of it, the biggest bang for your buck, so to speak. That's what we're going for. I moved some of the stations around a bit. You'll notice the forge got moved out. It was back where the boxes were, so I had to make some space and just moved it away from the back wall. To review our inventory, tons of wood. Actually, we've been burning up a lot of our wood. I could probably just move all this up here. We'll just leave it at that. Lots and lots of metal. This is all left over from the last stream. I've been churning out the coal because as soon as we hit iron, my goodness, we're going to need a ton of it. Sort of our crafting resources here and here. And all of our stone up here. On this side, I switched over, did food. So that's all the raw food, fruits and vegetables. This is all swamps, so we're starting to get things from the swamps. I just threw them in here. And then on this side, it's like gear and just treasure and random stuff. I don't even know what to do with it. Trophies, so on and so forth. Whatever I could fit in over there, that's what I did. We needed a little bit more space. This is our go box, or go crate, so to speak. This is our carve, so we've got all the materials to craft a carve. We can make a workbench, portal. We're really good to go here. And let's head out and take a look at some of our sites. So I just want to zoom out a bit. So we've got a tree farm portal out here. We also have a spawn portal, but we're going to go visit the tree farm. We've got this farm, which we're going to go visit. And then we've got this swamp thing here we really didn't find any turnips, which is like a big setback for us, because right now, the only way we can upgrade this cauldron is with a spice rack. And because we don't have any turnips, we can't make a spice rack. So we have a bit of a bottleneck on our food buffs, which kind of holding us up a bit, but we'll get past that. So let's take a look at what's out there. Let's go to the farm first. Let's see what we did there. I've mostly been keeping the factory moving forward, so to speak. All the boring stuff doesn't really make streaming very interesting. If you remember last time, I think we had 1 row of seed carrots and maybe 2 rows of regular carrots. Well, I've done a whole bunch of seasons, so to speak, of carrots replanted. So we have a fair amount of resources on backup. We're good to go as far as carrots are concerned. I'm leaving space here for turnips and eventually onions on the other side and anything else we want to grow. And I bred a whole bunch of these boars. Now, we don't have a butcher's knife, so they're going to live a safe life for now. Unfortunately, we progressed so fast on stream that, taming the boars really doesn't pay off very much. I mean, it's fun to do. I like doing it as part of the gameplay, but there's not a lot of benefit to it. So that's kind of it. We moved our beehives over here last Thursday. I've already gathered these a couple of times, so we've got plenty of honey coming out of those. Let's head on back. That's the update with the farm. Nothing amazing. If you remember from our last stream, we went out to the tree farm and we chopped down all the beech trees. Just put tree, there we go. And we planted oak trees. So I'm very curious to see if they all fit. I wasn't real sure on the distance, the spacing between trees, if that was going to work or not. I don't plan on chopping them down, oh my goodness, on stream. Whoa! Hey, there we go. Okay. Okay, I was like, is there a tree there? It was still just a sapling, so I guess it's timer just ticked out. And it looks like we've got 3 rows of 3. It looks like they all go down in here where we can see a little better. Yeah. This is outstanding. So we've got all of the oak trees came up. So we'll be able to test how well this works as a tree farm when we chop them all down. But right now, I don't want to spend more time gathering wood. We've got plenty of wood, decent amount of fine wood. If we get desperate, we can always come back here. But what I'm looking at, not those boar, is this great big mountain. I mean, my God, this mountain is huge. Look at that. If Motor's not up there, I'm going to be a wee bit disappointed. But what's also super nice is that we have this landing right here. It's not very often that the mountain touches the meadows, and it leaves you like a nice opening where you can kind of set up a trap in the meadows where you're safe and then run into the mountains and kite wolves back. So I think we're going to try that out later in the stream. I'm thinking this might be a good location right about here for a wolf trap, and it kind of keeps us out of the mountains. Let's see how far we can go before keep an eye out for actual wolves. This is dangerous at our level. Let's see, we should get the mountain message right about here. There we go. We're not freezing yet. I don't want to go too far. Again, wolves are a real threat. Doesn't look like we're freezing. So we can build, there we go. So we can build about this far up before we start taking damage, and that's what we want to avoid. Now I know we have the frost resist brewing. Oh, big storm coming. Let's get out of there. I know we have the frost resist brewing, and that'll definitely be an advantage for us. We'll be able to avoid freezing, but I still want to kind of plan the wolf trap and the whole process to be as safe as possible. So that's what we'll do, and then maybe later take out some of these oak trees. But I'll probably do that off stream at this point. I think we saw the beech farm being gathered up. All right, let's go down and see how our swamps look. See how these swamps look. I'm pretty sure we have explored everything. I think it was just swamp. Yep. We're just getting all caught up, making sure we got everything sorted out proper. One thing we should probably do before we leave is get a little bit of ancient bark, which is, we got to chop down some of these trees, and then we get some ancient bark. So let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Let's get our axe out. Look for bad guys. Now that purple guy right there, he's a real problem. That could be 1 or 2 stars. I'm not sure. I'm going to move down this way just a little bit more. Play it relatively safe. Hard to do in the swamps, but relatively. And we'll go right here. Take out 1 or 2 ancient trees just to get some ancient bark. See what it opens up for us, if anything. I know bonfires are nice. That's what ancient bark opens up. Oh, there we go. Looks like that log took out that skeleton. Oh, not the skeleton. Enough from you. There we go. Killed one of these neck or something. Yeah, so it opened up a bonfire. That's nice. Get rid of this. I don't think that grayling is going to do too good against that ooze. Now, I'm going to avoid the ooze. We're going to work from a distance, I think. I just don't want to use a poison resist mead for one fight. We have a fair amount of it, but why waste it? I don't want to waste it. There we go. Perfect, perfect. All right, did we get everything? How much ancient bark did we pick up? Let's see. 12? That's not much. Let's grab a little bit more and get out of here. I can't think of too much that we use ancient bark for right now. So we did search all of this swamp. You can see in the mini-map in the upper right, it's pretty much all cleared. So we definitely took a good look around. We were looking for turnips everywhere, and there just wasn't a lick of it in sight. It was ridiculous. So I think at this point we need to head back to the coast and resume our search. I think that's probably the smart move. Don't know what time it is right now. Kind of hard to tell. Let's get in the sun and see if we can get our sundial working. Get a sense of time. All right, so here we are. Let's face east. That's not too bad. That's like 1 o'clock. Like this would be noon, so that's like 1, almost 2. That's pretty good. Let's see, where do we want to set up? I'm thinking we set up here, or we can just run around and set up down here. I think that's probably what we'll do. So this is kind of high risk, breaking down your portals and moving. So just kind of keep that in mind. Double check your rest, double check your buffs and everything before you do stuff like this. I think we're okay. Let's get going. Let's get going. Probably should have dropped the wet effect, but that's all right. Oh, a little more mountain over here. Okay, I can see the snow line from here. That's not bad. I'm not trying to get any wolves. I just want to get the snow line on the map. In case we have to come back out this way for one reason or another. Might be the motors up there. Hard to say. Hard to say. Whoa! 1 star. Yeah, we'll let him run around. If he follows us, we'll take him out. You can sometimes use trees to create line of sight issues for them and they stop following you. But if you're watching the mini-map, I'm just curving around the bottom of the swamp. I don't want to deal with it. Oh, here he is. We gave you a chance, buddy. All you had to do was leave it alone. But he couldn't. Couldn't do it. All right, now let's keep an open eye. Bears and trolls are a legit concern here. And if they come out, I don't mind fighting them, but I want to get this portal slapped down as fast as possible. So we're going to go kind of slow here. Take our time. Keep our head on a swivel, see what's coming after us. These guys aren't too much of an issue. There we go. I don't know if that guy even saw me, so we'll just keep going. I'm not going to mark these copper nodes. We got better options closer to base. Closer to our base. But this much blueberry in one spot, let's grab it all. That's mine. Gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme. I'm a selfish Viking, a greedy Viking, especially when it comes to blueberries. Hey, Soul Reaper, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, buddy. We are working on a new run. We're heading out looking for swamps. Now, we just found this patch of swamps, but we've explored the whole thing. There's not an instance or turnips or anything of value in there, so we're moving on with life. We're currently relocating to the coast. Try to set up a portal, maybe head home, get our boat, head a little further south, see what we find. We've been heading in a southern direction. I figure that's probably good to keep that up. Get out of the forest area. We already have carrots. I'm not going to pick up those flowers. Yeah, I hear you. Time zones are a challenge. Definitely a challenge. So I'm thinking right about here. We can just kind of set up our portal temporarily. Go get our boat. Come on. Oh well. Good enough. So this is our swamp portal for exploring. I've been well. I've been pretty well. I just saw you asked how I was doing. Appreciate that. Sorry you've been busy with work. That is the nature of work. We are in week 5 of a 15-week-long semester, so we're coming up on midterms soon, big projects. This is like the lull before the storm. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I'm going to gather up some of the coal we've been gathering. Not gathering, gathering it up. The coal we've been farming, so to speak. I'm going to put all the specialty woods in one spot. We'll just keep all this up here. I teach digital multimedia. So right now we're doing raster graphics and basic graphic editing. Things like resizing, cropping, selecting stuff. Pretty straightforward. Helps a lot with... Well, I'm trying to put everything away. It helps a lot with my streamer activities, my YouTube activities. Just kind of taking my expertise and trying to build on it a bit. I teach at a college. It's about as much detail as I'm willing to get, so... I do try to keep my anonymity. Even my students don't know, like, my identity. They know I stream and stuff, but I don't tell them my ID or any of that stuff, because some students are not nice. They're unkind. If you've ever seen RateMyProfessor.com, it can be brutal. I have a really, really good score, but the 1 or 2 bad scores I get are always right around midterms or finals when students get grades they're not happy with, so not much I can do about that. Okay, so... I think we've got our portal up. Yeah. I think we're just going to keep going south and see if we hit another swamp. If not, let me zoom out a bit more. This is where we are right now. I'm thinking we head due east. Normally when I go for swamps, I head east and west, and when I'm going for mistlands, plains, I tend to head south because we're heading towards Ashlands at that point. And I know somewhere over here are some islands, one of which is tiny. It has the potential to be a base. There has been a new update. If you haven't seen it, it's in the last 2 weeks, I think. They added bears and a couple other things to the game. So if like you look, they have trinkets. Here's an example of a trinket I got off a bear we killed. So basically stamina regeneration plus 25. So you'll see when I'm running, you see my stamina bar at the bottom. There's a... what do they call it? Adrenaline. There's another bar below that called adrenaline. When you engage in combat or you block or things like that, you gain a little bit of adrenaline, and when it hits a certain amount, it procs your trinket. So for this one, it just gives us a 25% boost to stamina regeneration. Really good for long fights like trolls and bosses. Yeah, I think you'll like it. The bears are a challenge. They're not particularly... They have like a very small aggro radius, apparently. So they don't just go after anything. You can outrun them. They're really tough. They've got a massive health pool. But they don't do a ton of damage either. So I don't know if we'll fight another bear. I'm just kind of giving the update. So it's getting to be nighttime. Let's go ahead and get some sleep. And I think we'll sail south a little bit, see if we find some more swamps, and if not, we'll just head up to, or we'll start heading east, see if we get a better No, we went into a troll cave and I tried a dodge roll, and I'm not very good at dodge rolls, obviously. Like, I don't have the timing down perfect, so I don't tend to use them. They're a little bit cheesy as far as I'm concerned. I don't judge anybody who uses them, but it's just not my thing, so. Anyways, let's get a good night's sleep and set sail. Nighty night, Stumps. It was unfortunate. We wandered into the cave. Thought we were going to have a heroic moment. It didn't work out so good. Didn't work out so good. I think we did go back and finish him off, but I can't remember. I play multiple runs of Valheim at the same time, so I don't like progressing the stream while I'm offline. I have to wait to play when I am online. Okay, so if I'm right, not this group of islands, but like, nope, this way. Way out that way, we should find some islands that might potentially make our sort of long-term base. This is still just a temporary little spot for us, so let's keep the coal going. Keep that running. Everything else is good. I want to do one more thing before we take off. We haven't tried to upgrade our crafting stations in a while, so let's take a look at what our options are. Let's go to crafting. Well, that's a new one too, right here. You get an archery target, and I don't know what twig stands for. I got to look up some of this stuff, but you can shoot arrows into it. It keeps score, I think, and you can retrieve your arrows, which is kind of nice, so you can practice and not lose anything. But again, I haven't made it yet. We'll try it later in the stream, I think. All right, so we've got a workbench. We have this, and we have this. We're good to go. All of those upgrades are here. That's a good question. I don't know if it actually levels archery. It might. That would explain making it. We have the materials for a cooler, and for this, we just need one more bronze, which I think we can make. So let's do that. Let's make another bronze. Here we go. Do some repairs. Make a bronze. It does. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate that. So that makes a ton of sense, right? And I'm assuming the, what's it called? The twig? This thing? I'm assuming that'll level your melee. I don't know if it'll level block, but it makes sense that it would level your melee skills. Oh gosh, again. We're getting raided, boys. We gotta get in the clear. So here they come. Get ready, Stump. We don't need a poison resist for this, because these guys don't do poison damage. It does block too. Nice. Does it like spin or something and you just avoid it? The way I deal with these raids, I just run the clock out. That's why we're running in circles. We're not cowards. Stumps is no coward. But it makes sense to just kind of keep moving. All the melee ones will chase us, all the rest will shoot arrows and mostly miss. Cut through. Whoop! Oh, that was so close. Nice. Upgraded your PC, did you? Oh, the twig attacks you. I see. So as long as you keep moving in a sort of horizontal way, you can tend to avoid archers. They're not particularly good. A new motherboard, CPU, and RAM. That's a big upgrade package right there. Oh my goodness, let's get out of here. Oh, run, Stumps, run, run. Oh! We got stunned too much. Got a little too chatty. You know what this means. You know what this means. I hate to do it. Ugh. 2 deaths now. Stunlock. That's exactly what they did. Make me so mad I punched the wall. All right, the tricky part is going to be getting back out of here. If they're hitting my walls already. All right, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Serpentine, serpentine. Boom, quick grab. Go, go, go. Serpentine. Okay, we gotta get just enough distance. We can eat. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, you probably noticed as soon as I picked up my gear, we equipped it. That's part of the Azumat's mod. Azumat is the creator, Azumatt, and it's the extended player inventory. So it's what puts that extra panel on there. Trying to deal with this raid and talk at the same time. Ooh, I think we just got hit. Okay, now we can answer the call. Here we go, boys. Here we go, boys. Plus, I think we've got the corpse run. We're like super strong right now. There we go. Oh, we have no stamina. Oh, jeez. They just lit into us. Now you. Oh, the double parry. Matthew double parry, what? Okay, let's not goof around. I don't want to die again. This is why we make the healing meads. I'm one of those people that they get a healing potion and carry it with them to the end of the game. You know, it's like, almost. Keep saving it for like emergencies, but then the emergency never comes. There we go. All right, any more twinkles? Let's go clean up. We can't leave stuff lying around. Yes. So I'll have like 100 health potions at the end of, like Skyrim was ridiculous. I just had like whole crates full of stuff. The mage tower was full of health potions. Sorry I'm taking all this time to clean up. Stumps and I are co-chairs of the Valheim Beautification Committee. We founded it. We handled the weekly meetings, bi-weekly meetings every other Tuesday. 100 cheese wheels. People collected weird stuff in that game. What was it? Sweet rolls was another popular one. Whole bunch of them. All right, let's get this stuff put away. Oh, place stacks. Place stacks, place stacks. That'll do it quick. That'll make short work of this. Okay, what about over here? Place stacks. I think we can place these. Place these. There we go. There we go. There was a guy on here, Riz or Diz, I can't remember his name. I think it was Diz, who pointed out the place stacks. I don't know what it was. I've never used it. I have like 3,000 hours in Valheim. It's embarrassing how many hours I have. And just recently learned about place stacks from one of my followers, someone on stream. So it's nice. I get to do a little educating, learn a little bit myself, keep the factory going. Whew, all right. So much for setting sail at dawn. Let's see if we can't make good use of the rest of the day. Let's grab our boat. We move that inside. I almost forgot. Do we have a portal? We're going to take that portal with us, I think. Skyrim was a great game. Wild little game. All right, let's just checking for trouble before we get going. That raid was a welcome surprise, I suppose. All right, let's get this thing in the water. Always do a quick repair check. They always seem to take damage when you drop them. Have everything? I think we're good. Yeah, exactly. The welcoming party. Well, actually, let's paddle our way out of here. The wind does push your little boat, so when you're this close to shore, you gotta let yourself get a little bit of distance before you set sail. Alright, I can't tell how far away the next island is. So we'll just hug the coast, sail a little further south, probably just a couple minutes. And if we can find more swamp, we're going to pull in and start exploring. If not, I think we go for the head east strategy and head for the tiny islands, but that'll probably be tomorrow. It's already a little late in the afternoon, I think. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. Nothing but black forest. All right, Soul, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Have a good week. Hope work gets a little easier for you. Tell those boys to lighten up, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by, man. Oh, there's one of the bears. In case you haven't seen one. The new addition to Valheim. I'm wondering if there's going to be a polar bear. Appreciate it, Soul. Always appreciate the support. Oh, there's some swamp over there, but hold on. That's a different island. I'm going to wait and see what's down here first. We kind of committed to this. Let's see. I feel like as long as we're sailing... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did we just find Haldor? Is that what just happened for us? I think it did. This is a huge game changer. We're going to just go right into this little cove, beach our little boat right here. Stop it right there. Perfect. And I'm just... Oh, I knew there was going to be a troll. I knew he was going to spawn as soon as we got close enough. Hey, Raven, thanks for stopping by. Did you check spawn? The new boss for Deep North is up. Really? I didn't know that. I will have to take a look. We didn't actually go to the spawn today, at least not yet. All right, let's get some stuff down. Let's get a portal down so we don't get clobbered by this guy. Or in case we get clobbered by this guy. There we go. There we go. We were looking for swamps. So that's like the name we got to use right now. And we'll smash up the boat in a minute. I want to deal with this gentleman over here. Is there anything we need? I think we're good. Except for this. What's this all about? Excuse me, sir. Well, that's what it's all about. All right. All right. Thanks, boys. All right. When we get close enough to see his health bar... Oh, I guess he saw us coming, and he thought better of it. Because he's just getting a better view. Can't see me from here, can you, big boy? Going for the headshot. Good luck, Stumps. Ooh, right in the neck, kinda. I wonder if that... Whoops, missed. How do you miss something that big, you know? Whoops, we gotta move. We gotta move. No reason to hold on to this. I'm gonna keep that Forsaken power up. The problem with the ones that have the tree branch, one is their incredible reach. But the fact that they can't even break stone, like they're not even good for smashing up mining nodes and stuff. They're just kind of a nuisance. Whoops, all right, get moving, get moving. And as always, a quick change of elevation is always wise. Good way to avoid your enemies. My goodness, Stumps. Playing it close there. Letting them get pretty close. Why are we so low on stamina? I'm surprised by this. Doesn't seem to be coming back very quickly. Oh, this is wonderful. So we get to upgrade some armor, right? I think that's enough for the cape. I don't think we have the cape yet. So we get some armor upgrades. We get access to Haldor. This is wonderful. This is going quite well. This is going quite well. All right, let's smash up this. Take it back with us first. At this level, I think the axe does the most damage. When we get the iron mace, that's the better tool to destroy your boats with. Get our stamina back up. No skill drain for another... What's going on? Another 10 minutes? I wonder why that is. Alright, looks like we got everything. Head out. And we're going to drop off the boat. Get our rested buff up. And do a little bit of crafting. I think that's an upgrade for us. Place stacks, place stacks. Let's do that. Boom. I think that's the treasure. We're gonna need all that treasure in a minute. Gonna cash it all in a minute. How much does that weigh? Let's see. Can we carry it? That's not too bad. Let's just take it with us. Get our repairs done, and yeah, let's do a nice upgrade. Let's get the full set going. Boom, there we go. Could we have done something more? Yeah, we could have. Oh, well. Oh, that's the cape. We don't care about the cape. Could we have done more? We could have upgraded 2 pieces. That probably would have been wiser. It would have been more armor. But I like having this set. We'll take a pass on that one. Let's repair this. And let's get back out there and get this portal moved. We'll talk to Haldor. Nice thing about getting a portal set up for him, you can just run inside that dome if there's any problems, wait for everyone to leave, and then get set up. Very convenient. Alright, I think we got everything. Let's head on out. Let's head on out in our new threads. Oh, this is great. So we're going to get the belt. Nice big upgrade. I'm not going to bother with the carrots. We got a nice farm going back home. Oh, there's the distortion. I always look for that weird bubble distortion. I find one of the easiest... Oh, we would have seen him from the coast if we'd have kept going. This is great. Right on the coast. Hey, buddy. I got business with you. Alright, let's sell everything. There we go. Oh, we have too much gold. We've weighed ourselves down in gold, unfortunately. Alright, let's buy a belt. And it automatically equips it. So again, this is that extended player inventory panel on the right. It has an extra slot for your trinket, your utility, all 4 pieces of armor. And then these are bound to these keys. So most people put their meads over here, but I'm really bad at this. Like, I'm always pressing X for no reason. And then I end up drinking all my meads, so I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna ignore it. All right, where do we want to set up a portal for this gentleman? Where is the bubble end? Maybe right here? This feels good. I like this. Let's flatten out the area just a bit. Give ourselves a little more space. All right, so we'll do this. Off to the side. We'll get our portal down. Face it right towards him. And I'm going to build a shelter around it, so that's why I'm positioning it the way I am. It'll make sense in a minute. We'll use the no name to go through, rename everything, and we'll have our Haldor portal set up. This is great. It's all coming together. It's all coming together, Stumps. With this kind of luck, we need to hit Vegas, man. I'm telling you. Alright, let's set up Haldor. Get some wood to build our portal shelter. And I think I can put all the gold away. Actually, we should get the headlamp too. I don't know what that thing is called. It'll be perfect for the crypts. It's probably some weird Norwegian word that I can't pronounce. All right, let's put a protective barrier around this. Hopefully we're far enough back. We'll see. We'll see in a minute. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then, if we have enough... Gate. Gate. Beautiful. And a lot of times, I don't even bother closing the gates. If you build this thing close enough to the bubble, the gate doors will actually open into the bubble, so there's literally no time where you're exposed from there, which is kind of nice. And we don't need this anymore. That's just going to attract unwanted attention. Now let's see about that headpiece. Hey, you got a flashlight for my forehead? Like a diverger circlet? Hopefully I said that right. Somebody's laughing at home right now. Oh, we got just enough. It's an omen. We should buy it. Odin said buy it. Buy it now. All right. This is outstanding. Night is coming. Every good day must come to an end. I feel like we should keep our luck going and just keep pushing, but it's not always wise. Okay, oh, we never renamed it. Let me rename it. Put it on the map. Actually, we got the Haldor marker. We need to put the portal on the map. But I do want it to be renamed properly. Here we go. That takes care of that. All right. Always fun to find Haldor. Any of the traders, really, but especially Haldor. My goodness. We're starting to run out of room for our coal. So, I remember we had actually started working on, working on some upgrades for our crafting stations when we got raided. It totally derailed what I was doing. Let me double check stuff here. So, okay, the forge, we've got anvils and we've got materials for a cooler. So that's 2 upgrades. I say we do it now. I don't know if it's going to conflict with the other upgrades for the workbench. How does he not see me? I'm standing right here. That sneaky cape. That cape making me so sneaky. Now, I always have a hard time with the cooler, so I try to put it down first. That. And then I'm just going to make this impossible. Here we go. Let's just put it out here. And I believe... rank 3. There we go. There we go. Any upgrades? The cultivator we definitely want to upgrade. So let's make 3 bronze and do that. 1, 2, and a 3. And I don't think we've got enough core wood. Yeah, not enough. All right, that's fine. We'll work that out later. Place stacks. I think we're gonna move that. Place stacks. Let's put that in there. That in there. Let's put this in there. Oops. There we go. And a nighty-night, Stumps. Good work today. Good morning, Stumps. Good to see you, buddy. All right, up and at 'em. Let's get some food in our bellies. Let's let the health bar tick away. Enjoy a nice fire for a moment. I think this looks really nice, aesthetically speaking. I suppose above the chest, we probably could have left this open, and that would be actually kind of neat. Would have made a really neat pattern. I just didn't think to do it, so... maybe next time, maybe we'll integrate it into another build at some point. Just looks nice that way. And now we got to make a decision. 2 deaths. I'm not going to erase those deaths. We're going to own them. We're going to own them. We did see some swamp down here, so we know roughly out in this area we can get to the swamps pretty easy. I want to see if this island is out here. I'm tired of waiting. I want to start upgrading our base, and if there's a swamp close to that island, it's going to save us a ton of time. So I say we go looking. I say we go looking. Let's grab all this stuff. Make sure we have everything we need. We need 1 more dwarf eye. There we go. And a little bit of regular wood. So we can make a workbench. And we should be good. Nope, we need a little bit more fine wood. Have we used up our fine wood? How's that even possible? What did we use it on? Oh, the Haldor portal. That's how we did it. Okay, that makes sense. We need 11 more. That's not bad. Let's go get it. Stop goofing around. Let's go get it. 1 birch tree will do it. I'm going to take this one out. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. So between this and Thursday's stream, I'm going to take out all those oak trees and replant them, and that'll be just a ridiculous amount of fine wood. But I only stream for 2 hours. I don't want to use my time on that. So we'll get that done. take the wet debuff. It's raining anyways. There we go. Didn't want to chop down that tree. Oh, every piece. We need every piece. That's the only good thing about the rain. You can get wet. Doesn't matter. You're already wet. All right, let's get this out of there. Outstanding. We'll take it. What else do we want to make? I say we make a little bit more healing potions. We could do more poison resist, but I think we've got a fair amount. So let's do that. Sorry, buddy. Not welcome here. Keep the fires burning for sure. And then put away what we have. So we need 5 more of this. And we need, let's see. That we can put away. All right, that all looks good. Get rid of that. And I believe our poison resist, yeah, we put it down here. So I'm just gonna grab like 3 of these and take them with us. That's probably wise. I'm gonna drop this down here and, I don't know, where do we put seeds? Oh, this looks right. Looks like the place. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, we have everything. 80, 10. This we only need 20, but we'll just take that. I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's set sail. Oh, a rainy day sail. Let's see. We can build from here. This is great. I'm worried I was gonna have to make a workbench. All right, here we go, Stumps. We're just gonna go due east and see what happens. To me, this is the Viking spirit right here. God only knows what's out there. We have a bit of an idea, because I did look at the world map for places we could have a base, but I didn't look up the traders. That's why I was so excited. I do like leaving that to chance, but usually by the time we get to hauling iron, it gets to be such a pain, I end up looking up the traders anyways. I'm a bit casual. With this storm, I'm a little nervous. We might end up with a sea serpent. I was hoping the weather would change when we were at sea. I know it was raining when we left. Making myself seasick. Let's just eyes straight ahead, eyes on the horizon. We'll know. They'll let us know. They'll make their presence known if there's any serpents. The question is, do we fight them or do we outrun them? I think as long as we have... Whoops, okay. Not where we want to be. Glad there's no serpents here. I don't think this is what we're looking for. Could be wrong, but I don't think this is the place. We're gonna keep going. And pray the weather changes. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. Always remember with a storm, the way they create the waves. Look at that, there's a bear on the island. Pretty sure that's a bear. Wow. Okay. But the way they make the waves is they actually lower the water level just as much as they raise it. So if you like drop it 2 meters and then you can raise the waves 4 meters high and it works a little bit better. You don't have it washing up on shore as much. So I think that's probably how they do it. I've thought a lot about it. It's all speculation. Pure speculation, but nice to think about how these mechanics work. All right, this looks like a big island. Probably not what we want. We're gonna go around this too, see what happens. Every now and then I have to remind myself that the portals are pretty cheap in terms of materials. They're not hard to gather. Well, I'm struggling with oversteering, overcorrecting. This looks small. I think we're going to blow right by it. But that might be the island that I was seeing on the map. But I felt like it was even smaller than that, so let's keep going and see what we see. And this weather is unrelenting. Is that Thor? You see Thors flying across the sky anywhere? Whoop. Nope, not yet. Oh wow, we got really turned around. Alright, we want to head east, head back this way. There we go. Let's take a look at the map. Oh wow, we've gone really far up north. All right, we're gonna go this way, try to get back on track. Goodness, it's terrible. Stop staring at the sky while you're sailing, my goodness. We definitely need to go a lot more south. Which we're not really doing. There we go. Trying to catch the wind. Very hard to do. Serpents. We're getting pretty lucky on the serpent. Wait a minute. This is swamps. I can live with this for now. I think we can take this as a win. How big is it is the real question. Okay, so let's slow down. We're going to go to paddle mode. We're going to ease our way in here, see if we can find a good point of entry. Where a serpent shows up, things get real sticky. Look at that wave, that's ridiculous. Is that a platform? I feel like that's a platform up ahead. Some dudes over there, dudes over there. Oh, okay, this is looking great. We're gonna go right in the middle. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're gonna go around a bit. I think that stump is an abomination up there. We're going to avoid that for now. The leeches are going to take a bite or two so we get moving. Come on, boys, let's go. Paddle your brains out, Stumps, let's go. Whew. Never easy landing in the swamps. Let's go in here. This looks like it's got promise. Do it, Stumps. Oh, I think we can do a little bit of sail, some speed. I'm just gonna ground this thing right up here. And hop out, slap down our portal, and that's it. See if we can get this thing in up quick. Come on now. Now. There we go. There we go. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Get me out of here. Whew. I need a little bit of a rest. Tossed about like a ship on the ocean. Now you know what that saying means. My goodness. All right, where did we put all that coal? I'm going to start putting it up here, I think. Remember where I threw it. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Put it up here where I think it should be. Place stacks. We're good to go here. Let's repair everything real quick. And what time is it? It's still daytime. This isn't bad. Let's rename that portal, get it all set up. So, swamp. Pop potion. We don't need that. So our priorities going back, there's two things. There was a body pile, like spawner section. We got to deal with that. It's really close to where we are. And then there was that crypt. It had like a slime or something in front of it. It's like the big oozer kind of slime. And when you kill it, it breaks into two smaller ones. So we have the poison resist buff on. So we're pretty safe from it, but we got to deal with it. So those are our goals. Those are our goals. So let's go back, rename our portal, and get a better, what would we call this? Not a checkpoint, but a outpost. Better outpost started here. I think I'm going to focus on this guy over here. Just try not to draw any attention over there for now. So let's get that lucky first strike. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Couple more from range. Then we can switch to melee. Just a couple. Just a couple. There we go. There we go. The poison resist does its job. All right, can we eat more? Perfect. Perfect. Oh my goodness, look at all of this. If bone mass isn't over here, I'm going to be a little surprised. Okay, so we want to set those up. We'll do one on stream. I'll do the other two later, but it looked like there was a shack or something over here. Let's explore a little bit. And let's not forget, we still don't have turnips. We want to keep an eye out for that. I thought I saw a building over here, and I still think I do. It's over here. So we're right by the Black Forest. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see. How do I get out here? No turnips out this way, but this wouldn't be a bad place to launch from. But why bother? When you're this close to the Black Forest, you could just set up over there and be fine. Let's go back to our portal. It seems a little far away right now. I think we're just going to stay out here in the thick of it. Actually, let's get some more blood bags. Well, we got some volunteers. Hello, boys. It's here. I think we just gotta run around it. There we go. We look pretty good here. Well, this guy does not like my boat. Ease up, buddy. Ease up. Locals only, huh? All right. We do need to take this back to base. Can't just leave it lying around. This is why we crashed right here. And I want to clear out all those body piles. That's the next step. That's our next step. Portal's right here, so we don't really need to go anywhere. We just need a clean shot. But we can do this work from a distance, I hope. There we go. That's how we do it. That's how we do. Count it out. 2, 3. Oh, that one missed. 4. I think it takes around 6. Especially when I'm kind of low on archery right now. I need to build one of those targets, you know? Maybe we can hit that purple one from here. I think we hit it. See if we can do it again. That was short. That was definitely short. That one I think we missed. Let's just deal with these boys again. There's a lot of good potions that use blood bags. Worth grabbing them. I think we're going to have to go over there and deal with it. We're going to have to deal with that guy right there and his buddy right there. Get his attention. Oops, we did get his attention. The archers really aren't hard to deal with. You just got to keep moving. In great numbers, a little bit harder. There we go. Oh, we got a trophy. Nice. If we build a castle, which I kind of like to do on my streams, we'll have to have like a trophy room where we can put everything. All right, do we just go in? Do we just tough it out? Oh, deal with this guy first. Oh, jeez. All right. Maybe we put some distance between us. Hey, buddy. Maybe the bow. Maybe we switch over to the bow. That was a lot of damage. Quick stun. There we go. We can at least weaken this guy. Get him to do his animation. Man, do they hit hard. And I blocked that, too. What do you think, buddy? Light it up. You here for the barbecue? These are the guys that can make short work of our portal. Not careful. This is so weird. Just running back and forth. It's odd how run in a circle is just such a dominant strategy in almost all of Valheim. Not again. We've been through this. We've been through this. Alright, we need to get out of here. It's getting a little dark. I don't want to deal with any wraiths. That guy really put it to us. Not sure I can deal with a wraith blow just yet. Might be worth making a bronze shield at this point. I don't know. Okay. Oh, we never did name it, did we? Unnamed. All right, we'll have to remember that in the morning. Let's clean up. Just a reminder, stream every Tuesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My local time zone place. That goes there, that goes there. We're going all the way to the Ashlands. We're going to take on Fodder for the first time solo on stream. I actually haven't done him solo. I did it with a group of people. Tom was one of them, actually, on Finks's server. It was a lot of fun. We just bred a whole bunch of Askvin, and then I'm not even sure how to say that properly, and took them out in like minutes. It was amazing. Anyways, it's late. Time for some sleep. Nighty-night, Stumps. Sure thing, God. Have a good one. If he's still here. Okay, let's see. Oh, did we use all of our... I think we put it back in the box somewhere. Where is it? Right down here, yep. Like, we didn't drink all of our poison resist, did we? Alright, we still need to rename the portal. We still need to get rid of those spawners. I'd kind of like to move the portal where the spawners are located. I think that would be, like a nice central location, but... I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. All right, we have 38 seconds. We got to keep an eye on that. I'm just going to name this Swamp. Say I did it. We met that goal, and now we need to deal with this thing over here. Look for bad guys. I think we cleared out most of them. I still want to try and hit that from a distance. Try it. See if we get lucky. I feel like it's close. Oops, it looks like right into the rock. Nope. That ain't working. Let's head over here. Gives us a shot at this at least. That's good. A little higher. Higher and to the right. Perfect. 1. Not sure that one hit. We'll say 2. 3. 4. And if we're counting right... Oh, so close. 1 more. Come on. Be the one. There we go. And the other one just spawns skeletons, which we can deal with. So let's get over there. Get over and finish clearing. Perfect. Perfect. Sometimes there's a chest here, which is always nice. So I was just thinking it's centrally located where these fires are. Looks like the crypts are right around here, so maybe we move the portal right here? That's my thinking. Let's do that. Let's do that for now. Whoop. Gotta get rid of this gentleman. It is, there we go. We gotta remember to take our poison resist. Chug that down real quick. Bottoms up, boys. Now let's get rid of this thing. Well, there's the abomination. Way over there. Like, I can't point at it. It's actually right there. If you look at my crosshairs, when I go up slowly, you can see there's like a stump over there. That's definitely an abomination. So what we're going to do is we're going to take over that flame geyser, and then we're going to kite that guy all the way over there and burn him to death. That's my plan. That's Valheim in a nutshell right there. I'm going to face the portal this way. So we're looking at the flame geyser. We might move the portal over there in time, but I think this is a good spot for it. And we named it perfect. All right, let's put a marker to... Oh, this looks good. This looks real good. Okay, so we got that. Let me mark this instance. We've already kind of cleared around it, and we haven't gone inside. Look at a couple things on the map, shall we? And again, I don't name the instances, I just put a little circle. We all know it's a crypt. What else is going to be out here? Oh, these guys. Good to collect ooze right now. Ooze bombs are super OP. Especially when we get to the plains. It's a great way to take over those plains towers. Let's keep marking. I don't expect to see much more because this is where the Black Forest is. My goodness, another flame geyser all the way over there? Incredible. Whoop. Oh, I put everything away by accident. There we go. Hey, boys. What you doing out here? There's another abomination right there. Actually try and put it on the map. Come on. What do we put it as? I'm not going to mark it. We'll just try to be smart. Another one of these dudes? I say we just avoid the fight. This is just such a pain. Try and get over to the... Oh, that's so not easy. Let's go this way. Oh my goodness, the whole swamp just showed up. Yeah, let's go this way. I'm gonna be a bit evasive. Clever. Clever of us. Almost. Almost. Shouldn't be burning up all our stamina like that. If the swamps teaches you anything, it's manage your... Oh, jeez. Manage your stamina and try to avoid abominations. Oh boy, this is getting to be hairy. We got a couple of options. We could go inside an instance. I think if we can get to our portal, we might be able to just shake them all. With all these trees, the line of sight is so difficult. I think we might be okay. I'm gonna risk it and just go and just go to safety. Oh mercy, that didn't go well at all. That didn't go well at all. All right, I need a quick time check here. Let's see, point east. Sun's behind us. It is nice and early in the morning. Let's clear out our inventory. We'll let things calm down over in the swamps for a minute. Let's see, where did we put trophies? There we go. Get some rest. I do want to check our build menu, see if there's anything else we can make to improve our lives. We don't need any of that stuff. Switch to the hammer. Okay, we don't need any of this stuff. We have all of this. Don't need that. I don't see any upgrades. We have a banner, we've got a table, we've got a chair, so we're good on all of that stuff. I think an item stand would be kind of fun. I don't know what I would hang up. Just need some bronze nails. We got a fair number of those. But anyways, I'm just kind of stalling a bit, letting the swamps calm down, see if all those creatures disengage. But I think our new priority is the that Flame Geyser. We got to have a way to deal with abominations. It's one of the most efficient ways of dealing with them, especially when you're undergeared like we are. Let's eat some food, head back out, do our thing. Get to work. This is going to be tough, Stumps. I want you to hang in there. I got your back. Here we go. All is quiet. The dude over there. Oh, they're still engaged. No? It looks like they just disengaged. It scared the crap out of me. Okay, I'm gonna keep wandering this way just to avoid the confrontation, and we do need to set up a Flame Geyser. So let's head out to this one and see if we can get it set up. Still keeping our eye out for turnips too. Like, we have not seen yellow flowers anywhere. It's a little frustrating, to be perfectly honest. All right. Quick hydration break there. Let's let one wander away from the pack. Learn a tough lesson. And then I don't want to take that one out because it's 1 star. It'll take a couple shots. I want to get the other one back there. Whoop. Wait till they stop moving. That's probably good. Oh, he started moving just in time. Oh, I almost got him. Man, these guys are quick. I have to take the hit on that one. Alright, there we go, there we go. Let's chop down a tree real quick. We gotta make a workbench. Make sure nothing spawns for a little while. While we level this place out, make it our home. Not our home. Make it our own. We'll say that. There we go. Okay, and naturally, we mark them. So they're easy to find and differentiate from other parts of the swamps. And then basically just get your feet wet like this, start leveling. Whoop. Start leveling with the right tool. There we go. And if everything's just underwater, you're doing it right. Doing it right. So try not to destroy where your workbench is. It's there to make sure those guys don't respawn and start casting more fireballs on us. Take a little breather. Good thing we're running with the stamina heavy build. It's the wet effect that's killing us. Now, this is gonna stink. We actually have to clear a pretty fair amount of space here. So if you've never seen this before, what we're doing, these little fire guys, they take damage in water. So we're just gonna lower everything around this spawn point to the just below the water level. And that way when they come around, they automatically die in the water. You don't have to do anything. So it creates a really nice, they call it a Surtling Farm, because they drop Surtling cores. And it's nice to get set up at this phase, because then you've got a good way to make a bunch of portals. You can do your portal hubs. Surtling cores are used for your kilns, your smelters, so you can make like 6 or 8 smelters if you want to. You don't have to wait as long for things to smelt to process all your metals, especially with the Iron Age upon you. So these things are real valuable to find. Worth taking the time. All we're doing is trying to get this almost to water level. That's good enough for us. And then we'll use the hoe to level it out more in just a second. You need to clear kind of a big area, because anywhere they can stand, they're going to go there. And they're not going to take any damage, and that's the problem. We need them to take damage. So I think as long as this stone, or the ground right here is like really sharp in terms of the slope here, they can't get up it. So I think we're going to be okay there. We'll do a little bit more over here. I think that's probably good enough. I'm gonna get too overboard with it. Now we gotta do this part. Again, a reasonable distance. You can actually build a perimeter around these things. So I found one that was out in the ocean, so to speak. It was right on the edge of the swamp, but it was like out away from the swamp. So it was literally in the ocean part. And leeches could get to it from everywhere. So I was like, it was a real pain to try to gather stuff. So what I ended up doing was I built a stake wall circle around the Flame Geyser. And then I built a walkway, like a little catwalk out to it, so that I didn't even have to deal with any of the leeches or anything, and then I could just dip down in, jump out, and we were good to go. Right? It was awesome. I'll show basically how to do that, but I'm not going to build one here, because we don't want walls up around this thing. We want to make it really accessible. That's kind of why we're doing this, because that's how we're going to get rid of the abominations. So we're going to take out some of these trees before I dig down too low. I don't know what happens if we have a floating tree. I probably have to build some stairs to chop it down or something. And I'm wondering, is this going to attract a lot of bad guys? If it's an abomination, we actually are in decent shape, because we have this thing, like, locked down right now. But as soon as that thing's destroyed, those creatures are going to respawn, so we want to try to get it leveled out as soon as we can. If an abomination comes over here, it might destroy that workbench for us. We want to make that decision. We don't want to leave it up to the abomination. Okay, this is looking good. Let's start leveling back out again. It's expanding. Looks really good, really, really good. It's kind of like an alleyway here is what I'm trying to make. You see how these are still a little high. Knock them down a bit. Whoops. This is why we carry 2 pickaxes. We don't have to repair. They don't weigh much. We've got the space. Let's make use of it. Let's make use of it. All right, level it out. This all looks really good. Let's get over here. Under the trees is where they'll go as well, and when they end up there, they're really hard to hit because they won't leave land, so be careful leaving land underneath these trees. Level all this out. Part of this is to give us a place to stand. We don't want to like run off into a deep part of the water and get stuck. That can always be a problem. How far back we can push this. This looks pretty good. We're just going to get rid of these extra trees again. If we got to kite an abomination through, we need space. It'll give us a little extra wood, some ancient bark, which is always nice, but really we're just making space for combat. When I was reading up on boss fights, I remember somebody describing like this really convoluted strategy for bone mass, and this is back when bone mass was actually hard. They've actually down-tuned a lot of the bosses over the years, and so they like went through this really complicated thing you have to do. And somebody asked why, you know, aren't you cheesing the fight with all this? So like, look, they give you these tools in the game. They give you the tool to terraform, change the landscape to your advantage. Like when you go fight Motor, he's in the mountains, and everything about the mountains advantages Motor. So do what you can that's going to advantage you, using the tools and resources you have available to you. And I like that logic. Like, I think it fits the game. I'm going to pop a health potion just in case here. We didn't have our health or our poison resist up, so we're going to get that going. Take out this tree, and I think we're going to try to wrap this up. I feel like nighttime is coming. Obviously, we don't have fire hazards on here. I've done that before. I'm not going to do it again. It's, I don't know that it really adds that much to the playthrough, but people who like it really like it. So, you know, try it out for yourself. There we go, and they should spawn just like that. And just like that, they're gone. Just like that. All right, I'm not going to worry about all that. So we've got one Surtling Farm all set up. I'm not going to do the rest on stream. I'm going to have to leave that. We just don't have the capacity. But you see this one right over there. So what's really nice is when you need tons of coal, you can just run from one to the other, and it looks like there's almost 4. Is that accurate? Oh, I thought there was like a one right over here. Would have been amazing. 4 in a row. Look at that. That's crazy. Okay. Get out of here. Stop marveling at our swamp. So they say that seeing Flame Gysers and sunken crypts and abominations, that's all really good signs for finding Bone Mass's altar. With any luck, this is the swamp. I don't know. I didn't look that closely at the map. Just got kind of general ideas where we were headed. Not even sure I had the boss locations turned on, to be honest. I just don't remember. Your Honor. Alright, there we go. I feel like we need to remove something here. Just keep putting those in there. One more stone. We're really starting to fill up again. Maybe we put a chest outside for the rest of the coal. Probably what we're going to have to do. That goes down there. Where do we put these things? Just to give it some place to sit, I guess. All right, let's repair everything. Get a little more of the poison resist. How many arrows do we have? It's a good time to update our arrows. always like to have 180 to 200. But you see how heavy we are with bow and arrow for combat. Anyways, been working hard, Stumps. Here, this one's for you. Mojito. Right before bed. Nighty night, Stumps. Good morning, Stumps. Glad to have you with us. Glad to have you with us. Okay. Let's see what we got. Man, that was a terrible trip. So I think the island is like down in this area that we were actually looking for. I was supposed to keep going like due east. So that would make sense. Like somewhere over here, I think. So this looks really good. Don't know how far north it goes. We should definitely explore north. So I've got a little bit over half an hour left in stream. So we got to figure out what to do. That's basically one day and probably the nighttime, 30 minutes. So what I propose is if we're going to trap wolves, we go make a wolf trap. That's my plan. So we're going to try to get this stuff together and make it happen. So we're going to need some more fine wood because we need a portal. We're going to need regular wood because we got to... Actually, we can leave this here and come back for it. We just need the portal. So let's make that happen. We're going to head out to the spawn. Or our tree farm, sorry. Our tree farm. And I think we'll take down one of the oak trees just for enough fine wood to make a portal. And then we'll go set up a wolf trap. And then when nighttime comes, we'll give it what for. We'll give it what for. How's that sound? I'm going to chop down a lower one just so it doesn't knock down more trees. But it might. We'll see. We'll see. These things are so massive. The problem is they're short, so they don't tend to like domino very well. But we're only taking out one right now, so it's not a big deal. Let's eat some food. Had to be a foggy day. I don't like doing this with not being able to see into the mountain. Because you make a lot of noise building. And I like to see if the wolves are coming. But this will give me a chance to demonstrate the wolf trap plan, which is what the YouTube video is all about. So this will be a dry run for the video recording. I don't use my streams for videos, by the way. I do those solo, try to get a nice cinematic effect. It's not always easy to do live on stream. There we go. What did we get for that? 50. We're good to go. Let's head on out. And we know the snow line's right up here. We can see it on the map. Now we could be lazy. We could build it way back here. It's just that we'd have to get the wolves to chase us a little bit further, and it's just that much more stamina. I don't want to do that. So we're gonna try to get into the mountains a little bit. I don't like this. I need to see more. How about we set up right about here? I think this could work. I'm going to do it a little bit lower, right about here. This is where we're going to do it. It's not going to fit the world grid, but that's okay. That's all right. Doesn't always fit. So what I'm doing is just making an area that we can actually build the trap on. We need something flat. This just makes life a little bit easier and something that's really difficult. Trapping wolves. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for trouble. Okay, let's set up the workbench. There we go. Whoop. Facing this way. Go. Let's set up the portal. Should connect. There we go. Use our unnamed portal to get back. We're just going to set up a wolf trap portal. But we need to collect more wood. So most of what we got was fine wood, which is great. But for now, we're going to need other kinds of wood. Let's get rid of this. We don't need it. And that's more than enough. That should be what we need. Do we need anything else? I want to grab... Here we go. Actually, let's just take all of it. Let's just take all of it. Okay, so here's the design. We're going to make a 4 meter by 4 meter square. You want to try to face it up into the mountain. So really, I want it facing like this way. I think this is good. But I also want it to be, need it to kind of fit this space. So we're going to go this angle. Not ideal, but good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 4 meters by 4 meters. Like that. And then you pick where you want your door to be and just smash your way out, right? Okay, that's step 1. This is where the door to the trap's going to be. We're going to use a gate. Make sure the hinge is in the center of the wall. Okay, we're going to use that hinge to open and close the door a bunch. And ideally, we want the door to open outwards at all times. So when we chase wolves in here and we click on the spine of the door, it pushes them into the trap, as opposed to if the door's like this and we click it, it might push them out of the trap if they were in the doorway, right? So that's the trick to that. Then we're going to put a set of stairs, just regular stairs, but snap it up here. Don't snap it down here. Snap it up here. So it's levitating over the ground a bit. And if you do a quick, like, stamina jump, you can get up here and you're safe from the wolf just temporarily. And to give you a more permanent safe spot, I'm just checking for wolves. We're going to take this stake wall, and here's the technique. You push it up, you aim on the ground, and you slide closer and closer until it shifts like that, and the one behind it turns blue. We're now targeting that stake wall behind it. So go down until you hit the ground again, and it goes back in place, and click it in, and see how tight it is? Like that. We're going to do 5 of these. Just like that. Right? And what that does is when we're in here, we can jump up on these steps, and then we can jump up here, and it creates a platform that you can stand on. Now, you can walk on these. It's just really, really thin, and it's easy to fall off. You don't want that. So the next step is we got to reinforce these walls. So we're going to do the same process, but we're going to do one and then the one next to it, just so it goes a little bit easier, and then do one more. So they have 3 layers on these sides. You don't need 5 layers. We just did that to make the platform. There we go. It's kind of tricky because we're right on the edge. There we go. Here we go. Every time I do this, it's a little bit different because it's just kind of a strange location to have to build. Right on the edge of the mountain and another biome. It's real tricky. If you have the frost resist potion, you can just build right up in the mountains. That's what's kind of nice, but we're pretty weak. I don't want to risk it right now. And we want to avoid weird things in the typography here, so we're going to take our hoe. We're going to hold shift. I'm going to smooth that out a bit, especially since it's so close to here. Shift, the same thing there. A little bit more, make things... What shift does is it averages out the height. It just makes things a little bit more smooth, easier to get in and out. And that's what we're trying to do. I want them easy running into and out of this trap for both myself and the wolf. And the wolf. Okay, so that finishes the trap, but here's the other part of it. Let's get that out of the way. We need a place that's safe for us, because once we trap them, we want to tame them. So what we're going to do is make a box for us. We just build a wing right off the side of the actual trap, like this. And then you put your door, like, I don't know, somewhere on the side that's easy to get to. Once again, we're going to use a wood gate once we get enough wood. Thought for sure we had enough. But we're almost done with the build. It's not complicated. It's more just kind of a unique build for a specific function. I think knowing how to do it is very helpful. You want to have 5 stone with you as well, because then you can make a campfire in emergencies. We're freezing to death. Still got our... Okay, we're good. I need to name this portal. I don't think we've fixed that, but we have to move it first, so... Let's finish up our trap. I'm just going to hang it the same as the other door. And this is where we're going to get in and hide. And so what we do in here is we set up a workbench. Like this. And then we bring the portal inside. Now we need the workbench because once we get a wolf in that trap, we got to build more stake walls to hold it in there. That door, this is like the weakest part of the whole trap. This door right here. And again, we want it opening outward. So we're going to have to reinforce it with more of these stake walls when we do catch a wolf. But for now, we're just getting set up. Turn this around. There we go. And I don't think we renamed... I don't think that's been named yet, has it? If it doesn't connect, we haven't named it. Okay, so let's delete that. Connect to the no name. Get everything named up. So now that we have our actual trap, we can clear some of these trees. Like, we need better visibility than what we have. I wanted to get... Oh, I need more wood for it. Actually, I think we're doing pretty good. Let's just grab another stack. Rename this. And then we'll rename this one. And the last thing I want to do is basically build a roof. A roof and a chest. We're going to rename this. Go. And the way we do that, take these 1 meter beams, put it right in the corner. That. You can kind of see it right at the top, right up there. That's the 1 meter beam. And that gives us a snap point for this. So I'm going to turn and just target... Hard. There we go. Like that. And we're going to build all the way across. Just half a roof. Not a whole roof, just half. This. And we're going to have to use a snap point. There we go. And then I want to put this to finish it. I'm going to use a snap point somewhere. There we go. That'll work. So now we can kind of get out of the snow. If we want to build a fire, we've got a little bit of space here. I am going to build a chest. Normally I put it really close to this thing. Let's put it like right here. And this is where I'll store an entire stack of wood, stone for a fire. If you want 2 stacks of wood, whatever you think is necessary. Any of these can just stay here. They don't have to be in your inventory. Not everybody's using this mod, so you might be tight on inventory space. And then we're going to need some stacks of meat for our trap. Let's head back, clean up our inventory. And get ready for a hunt tonight. I think we're ready. All right, we'll put that away. What do we want to use? I like to use boar meat, because we just have so damn much of it, and it's easy to breed boars, so it's easy to get more. So we'll take 2 stacks out with us. Oops, now we use this one. I want to make sure I put this portal on the map. I don't remember if I did or not. Nope, of course not. Wolf trap, perfect. And it looks like we're really well positioned to like get up into the mountains. Okay, so we're going to take out a couple of these trees, but before we do that, I'm going to take a 2-minute intermission just to stretch my legs, refill my drink. I prepared a small video to keep you entertained. See you in 2 minutes. Alright, welcome back to the stream. Hope that kept you entertained for 2 minutes. I had fun making it. You ask what I do as a teacher? Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Okay, it's still daylight. We gotta get out here and clear a better path into the mountain. This is where it gets kind of dangerous. I don't want to eat more food right now, but I am gonna use the frost resistance, because we are going to go up into the cold part where we'll take damage. We just don't need to do that. That's why we brewed that up. And I just want to clear a couple of these so we just have better view of the trap, better view of the mountain, what's coming. I always think that's wise. Sometimes this is a bit laborious, but we can always use more wood. See, that opened up the view a lot already. Doesn't take a lot. If you don't feel like chopping up the wood, I get it. I get it. There's a wolf right there. There's a wolf right there, so let's see how it works. We don't feel rested anymore, that's nice. We'll see if we can get him, one-time it. You got it, Stumps. You got it. Oh, there's another one. So we just run in here, jump up on top, and that's it. It's no more difficult than this. And as long as the door is open, they tend to just attack the door. Now the trick is, you have to aim below the wolf, like what you're trying to actually hit. Now that door had like 400 health, so it's gonna go quick. These things have 1,000 health, so it's gonna take them a while to chew through a stake wall. Odds are they'll never get through one, if two, you know? Like they gotta be trapped inside for a while and chewing on the same spot. Have much impact. So there you go. That's the beauty of the wolf trap. Sure, nothing else is coming. So this is the most dangerous part. So let's get the door back up. Keep working. Another good reason to have that chest in there. Oh, there we go. Always open outwards. Always open outwards. Really important. Alright, this stuff we don't need. Let's just toss it in there. Let's get back to work. Get back to work. Oh, we did kill that wolf. Nice. So 3 wolves came, it looks like, to try and kill us in just that brief amount of time. All from chopping down trees. Incredible. Now you see why we do this, so we can see them coming. A lot of wolves. I think taking out some of these small trees, there's no reason to think more wolves won't come, like just because we got 3 at once. Get my stamina up in case we need it. Getting kind of dark out, huh? Alright, so this is starting to really open up our view. Looking a lot better. And it's good to know we're high enough in the mountains that we can... the wolves are spawning at this height. So this looks pretty good. We've got a little area where we can actually try and hunt. You want to chop this up. Weather doesn't always cooperate with our hunts. That's something you just got to learn to live with. So we're just going to keep clearing some of these smaller ones. These actually obstruct your view worse than the big ones because it has so much foliage down low. Well worth getting rid of if you can. Doesn't take a lot of hits either. So wait, okay, we're doing all right. Again, looking for wolves. Always keep your head on a swivel in the mountains, that's for sure. Right, I feel like we're really pushing our luck right now. I'm gonna try and get these out and then call it. Anything coming? Anything coming? Man, it's so hard to see. Okay, I think that's good enough. I think we've, let's get rid of this. I feel like we've really pushed our luck. Oh, okay, there's something. So that's a drake. We can deal with drakes. We're good with flying creatures, believe it or not. Nice shot, Stumps. Keep looking for wolves. They don't give up just because a drake shows up. Nice shot, Stumps. Good job. Okay, we're going to head back, get our rest, and come back out. Hopefully right as nighttime starts, and we're good to go. We're in really good shape. Let's get back, Stumps. Alright, this will be a fun end to the stream if we actually catch something. We're going for 1- and 2-star wolves. We don't care about anything else right now. Just gonna dump this crap in here. Don't really have a purpose for it. Where did we keep? There it is. Nice. And place stacks. All right. Waiting on our rested buff, and then we're out of here. Eat, eat, eat. Repair, repair, repair. Okay, I think we're good. We can wear the headlamp if we want. I think I'm going to keep all my armor on for this one. Keep all my armor on for this one. Okay, so to get ready for this, we got to bait the trap. We got to make sure we have wood in our inventory when we go. I'm going to keep this in case we need a fire for some reason, and we're going to take 1 extra frost resist because we only have 3 minutes left on the current one. Look up in the mountains. Everything looks kosher. So all you have to do is toss it back here. But what I like to do, split it into 2 stacks. Sometimes the wolves, like, they get stuck side by side and they can't access the same piece of food. So by spreading it out a little bit, you just make it easier for them to tame themselves. So here's what we're going to do. I just saw that log over there. I think that rolled away on us. I'll get it later. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to head into the mountains. Always pop your Forsaken Power before you go into the mountains, all right? Because you don't have time once they start chasing you. There's a little animation that plays, and it kind of freezes you up, and that's when the wolves catch you. So you just got to be proactive about it, eat it, and when it runs out, we're going to give up. So if we can get a 1 or 2 star wolf in here, great. All the rest, I'm just going to kill them, and we're going to keep going for 1 or 2 star wolves. That's why we do this at night. Here we go. All right, we got 5 minutes of excitement. Let's see what happens. Try not to use your stamina early. Jeez. This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. Over here, there's a wolf. Now you can use your bow. Just try not to hit him. If you want to trap him, you can kill him. Regular wolf, we don't care. Let's not play games. Back to the trap. Put the trap to work. Go this way a little bit, see if any more wolves are kind of out in this direction. Doesn't seem like it. All right, buddy. If you do a zigzag, it kind of helps. And then you run in here. Get them to follow, and then jump. And it's close. It's very close. High risk, high reward. And then you learn how to shoot with your bow again. But like I said, you have to aim low. See how low my reticle is? And that's how you hit them. Like that. So you saw it was like a little bit lower than the actual wolf itself. And it worked. Every now and then, repair. Especially the door and the stairs. Those are the 2 weakest points in here. Everything else we don't care about. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And we're going to ignore that. Actually, we're not going to ignore that dude. He's just going to get our wolves to aggro, so we're going to kill him. See if we can do it in 1 shot. Come on, Stumps. Nice job. Nice job. All right, let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can find. I want to go this way more, but there's so many trees. It makes me really uncomfortable. Go up on the rocks a bit. I have a feeling this is too steep over here. Yeah, I'm giving up on that side. We're going this way. Now we want the headlamp. Where's all the wolves now? Go up here, see if we see anything. I'm worried if we go that way. Okay, just pour off. There we go. We won't find anything, but I want to be able to get back to our trap as well. Let's try over here. Kind of cautious, but I'm not seeing anything. Oh, I hear that. That's a fen ring. Let's see if he follows us. Usually means he is. There he is. The trap works against these too. All of their attacks, let's head back, can be shut down. It looks like he gave up. Whoop. Wow, that was close. Wow, that was close. Scared the crap out of me. Holy smokes, got caught standing still. Well, bad news for you, buddy. We know what we're doing. We got a plan for just such an event. Alright, sometimes you have to stand over on the right to get him to come into the trap. And closing the door, you just click the spine, but I never close the door when we're just trying to kill him. Otherwise, wait till they go in the trap, close the door. Not particularly hard. If you have to stand on the stairs, that sometimes does it. Go, buddy. Oh, he was going after a boar. Man, should have had that one. Alright, quick repairs and see if we can't take advantage of this beautiful night. Just got real clear out. Okay, 42 seconds. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. Are we gonna catch a wolf? 42 seconds. Let's find out. Let's find out. Up into the mountains we go. Oop, how high up? Nobody knows. All right, we gotta play this safe. Those guys hit like trucks. I'm gonna go over here. I do want him to follow me. I don't want to lose him. There we go. So they have like a jump attack and a swipe attack, and both of them can be neutralized just by standing up here. Oh, froze for a moment. I think my graphics card had a meltdown right there. And that's it. I mean, this is super cheesing this fight, but again, you get to build. Build to your advantage. Terraform to your advantage. These are the tools that have been given to you. Just staring. And they're susceptible to fire damage as well. They don't tend to drop much. Wolf fangs, that's about it. But let's see. Now we gotta be really cautious because we have no Eikthyr buff. So our stamina is gonna run out real quick. We're gonna pay real close attention. We can't go too far. But maybe we'll get lucky. Let's see. See if we can see anything from here. Come on, come on, get up there. There we go. Doesn't look like... Wow, it got real clear, didn't it? Oh, and there's some drakes. We actually need something from these guys. Let's see if they come to us. Come on. Go, buddy. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a shot. That worked out great. There we go. Those freezing glands, we need those. They let us make frost arrows, and we're going to use those to go serpent hunting later. That's the plan. Frost arrows. All right, let's see if we can get up here just a little bit. Maybe a wolf will come out. Who knows? Maybe not. Is this silver? Nope. This guy. Let's see if we can get him. Let's see if we can get him. Thanks, Raven. Stumps is an experienced yeoman. He knows what he's doing. I let him... oh, here we go. It's just a regular wolf. Let's tape him back to the trap, shall we? Day 38. He's still going to chase us. All right, let's go. Let's go, big boy. Changes in elevation are a good way to evade wolves, but I think we've got enough stamina. We can handle this guy. Be a little touch and go. I think we can do it. As long as we keep a little yellow in that bar. Come on, buddy, go. Come on, buddy. Come on. We can do it. We need a little bit of stamina. Just a jump. Oh, just a jump. Just a jump once. Oh, tough break. Tough break. And you know what this means? It's been a rough stream. Been a rough stream for deaths today. There we go. Number 3. Number 3. What a surprise. What a surprise. Okay, here we go. Retrieve our body. Call it a day. I'm just going to pause for a minute, give that wolf a little time to wander off. Hoping he's not out there when we head out there, but that's why we built the trap the way we did. I think that's how we're going out. We're going out with a death on this one. There we go. I don't see him. I think he's gone his own way. There we go. Leave this open. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's grab some of this stuff out of here. I'm going to put this stuff back for the next hunt. We're going to leave that in there, and we need this for the next trapping. That's just to get the taming process going. We can just tame them right inside the trap, right? And get the breeding process going right away. So it's a nice little design. Unfortunate. We just ran out of stamina on that one. That's a tough break. Not the first time that's happened, I hate to say. Not the first time. All right, let's grab this stuff out of here. And just kind of put everything in one spot. I think we've got a spot for feathers. We kind of been putting leather down here, so I say we kind of keep with that. We'll put the wolf leather down there, and then, I don't know, we just don't have much space. Let's put this stuff here, and we're going to cook up all of this wolf meat. So here's where I turn off crafty boxes. That pull from containers, we turn that off. And we can cook up all of this wolf meat. And we'll compare it to the deer stew, see what we end up with. I think it's pretty comparable. Might be a little bit better. But you can see how at this level, with troll armor, you're just going to keep getting stunned once they reach you. So you have to basically outrun the wolves at all times. Let's see if we got it all. There's 10, 45, and 15. Same thing. Same thing. Not bad. Where are we going to store it? I say we put it... Actually, let's just leave it here. We're almost out of deer stew. We'll switch over to wolf meat next. And we'll kind of keep this stuff going. We never did find turnips in the swamp. I say it's 9 o'clock now. This is normally where I end the stream. Given that we've already had 2 deaths, why don't we just head on out to the swamps, see what we can see, and if we get some turnips, great, because then I can get them going for next stream. If we don't, hey, them's the breaks, right? So let's do that. Let's do that. Swamp. I believe that's what we named it, right? Yeah, swamp. There we go. There we go. All right, we got our rest. We've got our food. We've got bow and arrow. Everything looks good. Say we get our poison resist going just in case. Had enough deaths for one day. And let's head a little bit north this time. Looking at the map, we need to kind of see how far the swamp goes, so maybe we head north. And I know there was an abomination near here. I want to kind of keep my heads up on this. We walked right into one a little while ago. That went sideways real quick. It's our Surtling Farm at work. We'll go get that later. We'll get that later. We'll head this way and just kind of see what we can see. We're looking for turnips, little yellow flowers. Wow, is that the ocean? Don't tell me it ends right here. That'd be a bummer. Don't see any flowers. This is so disappointing. Don't see anything out here. Oh my goodness. I hope this isn't another mini swamp like the last one. That was terrible. That was terrible. All right, so I think we need to head east at this point. Let's go ahead and clear all the way to the edge of the Black Forest. So now we've cleared to there. Okay, that looks safe. I'm not going to bother with that part. Let's just go this way. And we'll hit our Surtling Farm, which is right here. Gather our goods. Deal with these 2 gentlemen. So they're not following us all over the dang swamp. See if there's any turnips to be found this way. I'm not seeing anything. Don't want to go too far that way because it has all those spawners right there. We're going to kind of thread the needle between those spawners and that Flame Geyser, but I want to mark it on the map. Do that. Right about there. That looks reasonably accurate. And then let's mark this guy too. Still no turnips. This is crazy. There's usually a dude guarding it. There he is. See if we can take him on mano a mano. See how far that pushed us back? That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. All right, let's put this on the map real quick. And back to the search. We're going to go out this way a bit. Still nothing. Still nothing. Come on now. What is this? This is something. Okay. Oh, that's an abomination right there. That little tree stump. For certain, that is an abomination. All right, let's see what else we can find. Lots of thistle. Wouldn't mind going in there, but I don't want to if I don't have to. I think we're going to skip it for now. I'm going to go this way. Looks like more swamp this way. This could be very good. Let's head this way, see what happens. I think we're getting kind of far away from our portal. I'm really uncomfortable with this, but man, we need turnips so badly. Where are they? Go right up into this tree. Hope for the best. Mark this. It looks like a fair-sized swamp. We've already marked 4 sunken crypts. Now, this is the edge of the swamp. That's kind of a good thing, finding the edge, because it's a lot of land, and you need land for the turnips to grow on. So let's get to the edge here. I still can't believe we haven't found any. We've like covered so much of the swamp. Literally gonna have a hard time getting back. All right, I'm just gonna cover this edge. So we're basically looking at all this space for little yellow flowers. Come on, boys. Where are you? I know you're out here. I know you're out here somewhere. Man, this is silly. Where are they? They do still have turnips in the game, right? They do still have turnips in the game, right? I'm beginning to have my doubts. All right, what's over here? Let's take a look. Not much. Not much. Wow. Amazing. All right. So no flowers there. No flowers there. I feel like we've covered this. Let's go over this way where there's still some like, hidden map area. Okay, all of this. Take a good look. I'm not seeing it. Oh my goodness. Not thrilled. Not thrilled at all. Little instance over there. See some skeletons running around. I like the way they sort of prance around. I think it's funny. Okay, so this was a bit of a bust on this end. Let's see if we can go the other way real quick with what time we have remaining. And maybe we'll get lucky. Keep our eyes peeled. Guys, we're struggling this much. I feel like we've been here. That's our Surtling Farm. We're going to kind of avoid it right now. I feel like there ought to be some turnips right here. Like this was kind of hard to get to. It's right in the middle of the swamp. You'd think they'd be more likely to spawn in the middle of the swamp. Okay, we're safely back to our portal. Let's try this direction one more time. See if anything changes. I'm going to have to review the tape, see if we ran past any when we were being chased by half the swamp. Like that abomination over there, causing all kinds of trouble for people. Honest Vikings just trying to find some turnips, you know? An honest Viking's day's work. If that's a thing. Alright, let's look around out here. I didn't see anything. Nothing but bad guys. Nothing but bad guys. Let's go around the edge of the swamp. Go back into the swamp. I don't need to deal with those dudes. Nothing here. Jeez. Just follow me through the swamp. There's all kinds of things out here that'll kill you for me. Do the nasty work for me. Nothing going on there. How do we have 2 whole swamps with no turnips? That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, we gotta really truly explore all of this. They said it was a brutal survival game. Nobody told you it was lack of turnips. That was the brutal part. A complete lack of turnips. All right, these are easy to access, so we're gonna grab them. We like duck. Believe it or not. All right, we got just enough time left on our timer. We can do poison resist. Go. Take this gentleman out. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we'll get our guck and then continue our fruitless, completely fruitless pursuit of, there we go, of turnips. How is this happening? Here we go, turnips, finally. Why does it take this long? All right, completely opens it up. There's gonna be like 8 more right around the corner, right? That's always the case. All right, let's kind of, whoa! Whoa, that came out of nowhere. All right, can we deal with this? Are we strong enough? As soon as we find turnips, trouble shows up. All right, we just gotta avoid the attack. Quick sprint, arrow to the face. Quick sprint, arrow to the face. What am I running at? Make sure I'm not gonna run into trouble. Ooh, jeez. Go. Here's a bunch of dudes to deal with. Well, they're all undead. They don't care. They like each other. They're all friends. Ooh, jeez. All right, that worked. All right, enough. Enough, boys. I just wanted my chains. They call me 2 chains. Stumps 2 chains. Oops, let's grab this too, and time to head home. We've taken this as far as we can. It's more dwarf eyes. That's all we need. That's all we need. So let's head back, hit the farm, throw these bad boys in the ground, and by the next stream, we're going to have turnip stew, which is really going to help out. We're going to have a spice rack for the cauldron. There's our abomination friend. Let's kind of swing a little wide, shall we? Swing a little wide. Avoid trouble. Oh, this guy. And he's 1 star. Of course, let's avoid that. See if I can get this marked on the map real quick. This is worth knowing. This is worth knowing where it is. Okay. Avoiding that dude over there. Running towards certain trouble. Kind of surprised we're not finding a whole bunch of turnips on the run back. The stuff we overlooked at one point or another. Oh, we're almost home. We're almost home, Stumps. All right, we've redeemed ourselves after that wolf fiasco. And that took up most of the night. I bet we could do 1 more wolf hunt. I say we do 1 more wolf hunt. Half a night. Nothing too serious. Let's go to the farm, get these planted. There we go. There we go. Oh, this feels good. Let's watch all the crops develop. There we go. Nice. That's always so satisfying to watch. Yeah, we were going to do turnips right here. So cultivator, turnips. And that's it. We've got 1.5 drop rate, so that gives us 5 turnips. So between streams, I am going to like keep the turnips going, right? We've like broken into turnips. We have them now. Now it's just a matter of a couple grow cycles, so we have enough for cooking and enough to make some seeds. You get the idea. So the next time you log in, this will probably be all turnips over here, like half carrots, half turnips, that kind of thing. So that all looks good. How late is it? Let's head back and check the sundial, shall we? Say one more shot at the wolf trapping. All we need is 1 star and we're good. 1 star and we're good. Put away a bunch of this stuff. Oh wait, there's not enough space for most of it. Boy, howdy. All right, we'll put the chains in there because we don't know what to do with them. Coal, I think not enough space. All right, that's how it is sometimes. Put that in there. There's a little bit of space. That. And we'll grab a little bit more of this, just in case. All right, some quick repairs. Load up on arrows. Get 195 going. Boom, perfect. Get our bow at the ready. And I think we're good. I'm gonna stay here at the base. As soon as this says we're cold, we're gonna pop the food buffs, get those up maxed out. Make sure our rested buff is topped off, then we'll head out. We'll do 5 minutes. We'll just use the Eikthyr buff, and if we don't get lucky by then, but if we do, I'm stuck staying up another half hour breeding these damn things. Maybe I'll log out, see if they stay in the trap. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Almost nighttime. Too bad we're on the East Coast. If we were on the West Coast, we could watch the sun going down. You can actually see it disappear on the horizon, especially if it's like, you know, just the flat ocean. It looks really cool. It just becomes a thin needle of light and then nothing. It's gone. Then suddenly you're cold. The no skill drain thing, it's still on us. Has that been on us the whole time? I haven't been paying attention. I wonder if we bugged it out somehow. We'll know in 24 seconds. I'm not quite sure why we have it. Again, just kind of waiting for nightfall. Alright, no skill drain. What's up with you? We didn't die. Nothing bad happened. Okay. Not sure what triggered it. There we go. That's what we were waiting for. Alright, let's get the rested buff up. Let's get this stuff done. Everything else is ready to go. Got to remember to rename our trap. Oh, of course it's raining. Fantastic. I'm just watching the rest. There we go. 16 minutes. That's what we want. That's what we want. Let's rename this. Get to work. Get to work. Okay, same as before. We need to bait our trap. We only need one of these because it's right before the hunt. I'm just going to toss the whole thing in there because I am lazy and I'm not optimistic tonight. Let's get up out of the rain. There's some wolves right there. There's some wolves right there. Let's see what happens. Trying to get them to show me their health bars. I want to see if there's 1 or 2 stars over there. So you can use your bow and arrow to kind of get both of their attention. Looks like 2 regular wolves. Oh, I forgot my Forsaken power. Weren't gonna run far this time. There we go. So it's a lot of pressure doing this the first couple of times you do it. So don't be too tough on yourself if you struggle with it. I've been doing this for a long time. So I have my aim kind of dialed in. I got the build dialed in. You get the idea. Get the repairs going real quick. Always repair the steps too. If they destroy those, you're kind of in a pinch. You're really in a pinch. All right, that was the easy wolves, unfortunately. Off our Forsaken. I want the rain to stop so I can make a fire real quick. Come on, get rid of it. All right. Get rid of our wet debuff. It's a big penalty. We really do want to get rid of it, so yeah, I think we're good. Good. No more smoke. More smoke. Let's head over this way, see what we can see. There. Oh, there's a bunch of wolves. Come on, give me a... There we go, 2-star. Look at that. Holy smokes. All right, let's use our techniques. We know what we're doing. Oh, there's so many of them. Let's get rid of one. You. One timed. There's the 2-star. This is perfect. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, boys. Don't give up. Don't give up. I see you coming. I believe in you. I believe in you. Come on, boys. Get in here. Push him in. Perfect. Perfect. Close the door. Then we build this on the outside. Like this. Perfect. That's why we put the platform there, to make building these walls easier. You can always do the corners as well. This. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna keep that sealed up. I'm gonna do this. Is that Odin? Look at Odin watching us catch 2-star wolves. He showed up for the stream just in time. And there we go. That's all there is to it. What do you think, Odin? Pretty good, huh? We dispatch this guy. These guys are gonna keep the wolves aggroed. We gotta kill him. We gotta kill him. Salute to you, sir. Job well done. All right, so at this point, we hide. This is the rest of it. So we can crouch. And basically, we're now hiding, and within 30 seconds, they're going to de-aggro. And what's nice about this build, because the roof is open, we can watch them from right from here. We can see exactly what they're doing. And we're going to know if they're taming. So I'm going to wait, and you can kind of see how much damage they do with each bite. Like that was 125. Now, I don't know if that was the 2-star wolf or the regular wolf. But wow, this is the second time I've caught a 2-star wolf on stream. Took 2 nights this time. The first time, it was on the very first night, very first pull. It was incredible. So I'm glad we came back. I'm glad we came back. And there you go, 2 sets of hearts, so they're taming now. The key to this is you got to get them to tame at night before daybreak, or they won't start the taming process until the following night. It's a royal pain. Now, there's a dude walking up. We've got to clear it. We can't have people, like, aggroing our wolves. Where are you? There we go. There we go. Because every time they aggro the wolves, they do more damage. I'm just going to sneak in here real quiet. Say anything. Go. I think we're good. We're good. And again, the whole thing, I'm going to crouch and then go hidden, and you'll see the hearts will start back up in the next 20 seconds. And that's the taming process resuming, because they were, they became hostile, aggressive towards whatever that thing is I just killed. There might be something wandering around off camera, and that's why they're not taming right now. We might have just a really busy spot. I might need to... Nope, there's the hearts. We're good. We're good. And that's it. And that's it. At this point, I'm going to save this. And I'm going to end the stream here. So given that this is... We got a 2-star wolf. I really didn't expect that to happen. I thought maybe we'd catch a 1-star and get lucky. I'm going to go ahead and try to tame them for the next half hour and make sure it gets done. And so by the next stream, we're going to have these wolves tamed, and I'll have a couple wolves bred just to make sure we don't lose them, you know, transporting back and forth, stuff like that. So we'll have a bunch of wolves here in the trap, and we'll be ready to move them back to the base. And yeah, pretty successful end to the stream. 2 deaths today, but I guess that's the price for a 2-star wolf. That's it for me. Hope you all have a good week. Thanks for stopping by, Raven. Stumps out.